Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing more blue-red creativity but a different variation, optimizing on the fact that we put Magma Opus in our graveyard and get it back with the Torrential Gearhulk instead of doing the Great Worm Xenagos game plan and one-shot cannoning our opponent. We're going to be a more interactive reactionary style deck that plays Gearhulks and brings back Magma Opus or casts things like Stern Lesson, Abrade, make disappear negates for value. Other than that, we're just going to get into the games, and if you enjoy it, please be sure to subscribe. Other than that, I hope you all enjoy. First, it seems pretty fun. I have a cycle here to make a treasure if needed to play a Stern Lesson, so we'll definitely keep a hold of this. Go ahead and play this on the red side if needed. And I guess under that, probably just shock that in. Played enough mono green today to know that that's got to be countered. Alright, look now. You can always do this on their turn. We don't have to do it now. We can hold up a negate. Holding up a negate for a thing. Play it, please, so I know. This one. Cool Haven. Now I think we go ahead and play this Fable down. It's very possible that they're on 2 lands. They were hoping that would get them through. Have a 3-1. We're gonna play a big creature here. Not a whole lot we can do about that. We do find a Gearhulk though. We can let these Magma Opuses go. Find the land that we want. We do this. Go ahead and attack. They'll be a little cautious about it, and they're not. Okay. The reason I said they might be cautious is they might think that we do run our exile effects, which sometimes we do. Next upkeep, we plan on doing some vicious stuff. The Kiora. First fun. Guess I could have shot for a counter spell, but not sure that's really going to be in the budget of the game plan right now. Tap their 4/4, so be it. We'll do this. Discard a card in this spot. I think it's going to be Impulse. Do we need this land to play the Gearhulk on their upkeep? Find a land anyway. Oh. That's cool. To tap 2 permanents, we deal 4 damage. It's gonna be such a weird turn. End turn. There's Gearhulk. We don't even have to use our treasure because we have this Power Stone over here. This one. I don't really care about anything going on here. I don't think so. We don't want to kill this because we don't want to give them a land that they can tap for 4 mana. So I'm going to let... I guess I'll do 1 here. We'll do this, and then we'll tap, and then we'll tap. We'll do 1 there and 3 here. The reason we're doing 1 here is if they activate this, with next time that we bring one out, by next time when we bring out more Gearhulks with creativity, we have another Magma Opus that can assign 1 damage to this Kiora and remove it from play. Let's tap 1 in the mana. There's a Pelucranos. Sure. Get to generate a ton of value because we're going to get to be able to activate Reflection, make a copy of Gearhulk. That's not good. You can do it on their upkeep actually instead. Oh, what do we want to do here? Want to do it for 2, I guess? No? Colorless here. These will enter. I know we have Magma Opus here, but I really don't want to do that. The reason why I don't want to is because I want to activate it on their upkeep after I remove the Kiora, because I'll be able to kill the Kiora and tap down their Nykthos. So as you see here, like, I'll have this Magma Opus here. I can make a copy of Gearhulk on their upkeep, tap down their Nykthos, and then maybe another land, but also deal the 4 damage to Kiora and remove it from play. And then figure out the creature situation later by also just bullying them with my 5/6s, which are slightly bigger than theirs. Alright, here we are. This hand seems pretty, like, reasonable, to be honest. We'll play this again on the red side. If it's mono green, we want to have this Impulse. Or maybe even Lifelink here, Recruitment Officer. Great thing that we can pick up an answer now, get it out of the way. Buying us time for our late game strategy. Most likely we want to play on the red side. We play a Haunted Wisdom. Sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna let that go. We can ride all day. We'll play Myrics so we can make tokens with it hopefully at some point. And we want to play this on the blue side now that we ripped the Gearhulk. Elite Spellbinder is actually going to make us counter it. It's a 3/1 in the air, so it's quite the beater, but also it'll exile some of our stuff and make them a little bit more costly, and we don't really need that to happen right now. Blue. Because hopefully after this Stern Lesson here, we can actually play our Gearhulk. Univault. Tapped Power Stone. We just go ahead and put damage down this Mutavault, kind of take their land away. I think we want to progress with Stern Lesson. Go ahead and do that now. Draw 2 cards and discard a card. I guess I'll let a Berate go for now. Little unfortunate on the Fable draw now. Obviously, Fable being incredibly good, it's just like an awkward time to draw it whenever we want to play the Gearhulk. Adeline, you have 2 mana. Does suck. Yep. Oh, I missed a line. I could have made a token. Dang it. I could have made a token off of Myrics, cast Make Disappear, kick it by exiling the token, and make sure they had to pay 4 mana for this, but so be it. This attack comes in. We'll let that token be made. We'll cast a Gearhulk and get the blow most of this out of the way anyway. We'll Impulse. Impulse will come in. Anything at random at this point, I suppose. Get rid of that. They'll make their token. Get that out of the way. We'll go to blocks. We'll pick up the Mutavault. Stern Lesson Fable. I will go ahead and get the Fable down. Do I attack or do I hold? I think I hold. I'm the control deck. I just wait. That's fine. Kind of become troublesome. So we'll go ahead and casualty this, getting rid of it. Coppercoat making all this stuff have Warden being more costly to us is kind of annoying, so we'll go ahead. We could have Nganjo, but if I can get this trade off the board, I will. Yeah, because Nganjo doesn't kill there, but I get that off the board, and now it's just raw torrential Gearhulk. We'll let a Stern Lesson go. We'll keep the other one. Myrics, I don't think is that important here. We have a Braid, so everything is coming up nicely. I want to hold Myrics in case I want to discard it to a Stern Lesson. Restoration, search for a basic. Sure. You're going to place it, basically. Alright. So I'll attack again. Here comes Gearhulk number 2. Go ahead and abrade this out. This lifelinker gone. Go up here. Let's get this token gone. I already have one in the graveyard, so if they want to reanimate, they can. Now we just need this to survive for a turn. Then we start making copies of Gearhulk. I play Mythic now. Maybe I loot and see what I can find. I think it's fine to do. Creativity's good. I'll let Mythic go, like I said previously. Play this. Not that afraid of what's happening. The thing we're not super afraid of is they have to, this triggers after they draw, so they do have an option. But the main thing is they can't bring back this because it's 3 mana. It has to be 2 mana or less. If a loot Spellbinder was coming back there, I would be a little bit more cautious on this. They let Thalia go. I guess you could bring it back for free if you want, but I'm not entirely sure what's better than Thalia. Maybe Coppercoat? Oh, that's better. That is better. Reactivation's there. But they hit. That's why it was better. Yeah. Chump block the lifelinker, take 2 more. Field hazard this and exile it this time. They won't be able to do it again. A lot of stuff I can do. Some shenanigans I can pull here. I only have 2 more Gearhulks in the deck. Just bring them all out to play. Yep. Basically, we're gonna just turn lesson and try to generate as much value as we can, make more of the things, draw our hand up, kind of thicken our hand, and then copy a Gearhulk with make disappear, make them tap out kind of to get the saddle line to resolve, and then just have a lot of Gearhulks in play. I mean, this hand's like maybe not the greatest I've seen of all time, but Fables can hopefully get us there. Get a slower deck. Or we're gonna get Daunt Seized right away. You take. Turn lesson makes sense. Fables also makes sense. Go ahead and get the haul down so we don't forget and accidentally try to play it on turn 3. Blood Tithe Harvester, sure. Red Source, pass. Get it all up. They know about Magma Opus. So they might just think the hesitation is from that. I wouldn't blame them. That's not good. I don't like that at all. You have to go ahead and do this and generate a treasure to kind of push forward value, I think. Do this and we'll make a 2/2. We have a red source, and this will be our 3rd red source for our creativity in the future. And Crusher Giant, get attack for 6. They eat my Magma Opus, of course. Then what? Nothing? Okay. Gate seems kind of bad, although if this is a Bone Crusher they're holding, it seems kind of good. What are the options you're gonna let me do? I think I do let Negate go. Then I get rid of another copy of Magma Opus. Creativity. So, big problem that I didn't think about till now. I need this for a red. So, yeah, it's kind of annoying. Let's play another Fable, I guess. A token sack. Oh. That's what the hesitation was, though. There's another Bone Crusher Giant. We would have saw it, I think. Go for the throat had to be the draw there. Not really convinced of any other play. No. So they didn't make me do anything on... Didn't do anything with 2 mana open before. Well, now we see why. Okay. My turn. Sure. Arm carved. 1, 2. Actually, do it for 1, I think. We're gonna hold. We're gonna try to keep our reflection around. Gearhulk. Magma Opus. Cast Magma Opus. Let us just pick up 2 things while we can. Yes. This and this will tap. 2 and 2. Have to get rid of the Blood Type Harvester so they can't tap it, sack it, and hit my reflection. Now we have a big board. Their Graveyard Trespasser can't really get in without dying anyway. Second Fable is actually good for us, weirdly enough. Never would I have thought saying, yeah, second Fable the Mirror Breaker is actually a good thing for us here. Is ever going to come up. We'll go ahead and deal 3 damage to creature. And it's like, discard a card. We'll let this island go. We'll attack for 9. Just kind of hold back and see what they do. And then we get the Stern Lesson and make disappear. Every time I play against Rakdos, I feel like I play it kind of bad. So I'm always down for somebody to give me some advice. But I never know really what it is because it's best of 1 sometimes in play patterns of playing like Fable and stuff. And Graveyard Trespass is kind of a splash card, and Sacrifice as well, and best of 1 specifically. Because some people, once you hit Mythic, they just start testing stuff to see what they can get in the ladder. Obviously, a lot of times Graveyard Trespass is only played in like the mid-range variation of Red-Black, but sometimes I've seen like them splash some Sacrifice effects. Here, I don't think this was Sacrifice really at any point. But I always feel like I play kind of awkwardly against Red-Black, and I'm not sure why. Maybe it's just inexperience in the format and only playing it in best of 1 situations. But if you have any advice, please let me know. All right, so we played 3 games, I think, maybe 4 games. I think I just 3-0. Not really sure, but I'm gonna talk about the deck a little bit, what I like about it in terms of what's the difference in against the Great Worm pile. This is a lot more interactive. You definitely don't feel so caged into. I went 3-0, so I played 3 games, went 3-0. Obviously, I will lose some eventually. Fortunate draws kind of happen there. But it felt nice to play. It like Magma Opus is always like a really cool thing that you get to do. Obviously, the downside is like discarding this. It's not a cycle ability, so you don't get to draw and replace it. If that was on Magma Opus, this definitely be like by far better. Because like replacing this and also making a treasure for 2 mana is really, really good. But what do I like? Stern Lesson's really sweet. Fable is obviously broken in general. It's banned in a lot of places and just generates a lot of value for this deck. Creativity is really cool, especially in this variation, because if you draw a Gearhulk, you're not just dead, whereas the other one, if you draw like a Xenagos, you feel really bad. You have to kind of figure out a way to get it out of your hand or in play quicker, and you're not so reliant on big score, which if it gets counterspelled, it kind of blows you out of the game. So those are some things to be kind of cautious of. If you want to play blue-red, and obviously Prowess not being the best spot in the world, maybe it'll change once the new Otter comes out that has Prowess. And with Cons coming out and you getting Treasure Cruise and Dig Through Time, potentially, I think Cons is coming to Arena soon. Hopefully, we need those in here to make Pioneer a little bit more what it actually is, and Phoenix being relevant and whatnot, because some decks kind of just ignore that Phoenix exists. But other than that, pretty nice. I like it. It's definitely fun, a lot more interactive, and if you want to be more interactive and play like a creativity pile, this is the one to play, whereas the other one's like you like to one-shot people out of nowhere, then play the Great Worm variation. It's definitely a lot better at doing it. But here's the sideboard. If interested at all, I probably won't show this part in terms of the sideboard in the beginning. This was a list that went 5-2 in a challenge, I believe. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. If not, let me know what I did wrong. I mean, tell me how I can be better. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you around in the next one.